Hello. For the next 2.5, 3 weeks, I'm not going to be making as many videos per day. Mostly because I'm going to be out shooting. I've been out all day sweating my ass off, which of course, as fat as I am, I need to sweat more, obviously so. But, things are going to return to normal when I get back. I just want to say thank you all for being so supportive, and wanted to say that I'm glad I started off these videos in photography. My driving premise was to actually be, a helpful voice in a sea of shield assholes. Excuse my language. Don't excuse it because I meant it. Um, like my buddy who recently called up for a specific Fuji X-T10 camera. He made the mistake of asking the guy at the camera store up in New York what he recommends, and you never do that to a retail camera store. They recommended him some awful piece of crap Panasonic still camera. I forget what model, PZ1000. But anyway, I digress. My point is that I wanted to be a helpful force, and people not wasting their time and not wasting their money. And even though I put a donation button on the page, a couple people, including a quote-unquote heavy hitter, recently accused me of making all these videos, seeking donations and everything. That's not the case. I make these videos if nobody gives me a buck. It's not much money, and I'm not in it for the money. I mean, I actually spend a lot of time thinking about these videos. Obviously, I don't have any budget in making these videos. I got no money in making these videos, but time is money. I could be doing other things. I need a book to focus on. I got to focus on the website too. But I ain't doing these videos for the money. I mean, at about $180 a month in donations, it ain't about the money. I just wanted to say thanks to you all, and I hope nobody gets the wrong impression of that. Other than that one paid-for shill, you accused me of that. I really haven't had anybody accuse me of that, but I don't want anybody to get that impression. I mean, all the funds, I mean, I don't buy stuff with the funds. I'm not saying, oh, I got X amount of dollars at the end of the month, I'm going to buy myself something. I don't actually do that. I use that to actually buy CDs and other stuff. I burn data collections for people, especially people in Southeast Asia that can't afford it, send them collections. Believe it or not, I do that. You don't have to believe me, but it is the truth. So, but I want to be helpful. I mean, there's just everybody on YouTube. There's someone either has, like 10 lenses, and they're telling you what they think of a lens. That's not useful at all. I mean, realistically, they're trying to be helpful, but their spectrum of experience is so narrow that they can't be helpful. So I knew I had the experience on the gear and on the recommendations and quick life is too short for BS, right? Let's keep it simple. Let's knock off the bullshit. Let's knock it off. Let's just keep it simple. As someone that has the capacity and spectrum to make a good recommendation, an excellent recommendation, the best hopefully. I try to be completely objective as possible. And my needs are not your needs. So when someone says to me, what's the best lens? I don't say, well, it's this lens. I say, what's your budget? And people don't tell me that, unfortunately. I keep having to tell them, what's your budget? What do you plan on doing with it? And what sort of camera is it for? And some other peripheral questions. So someone asks me, what's the best lens? I can't answer it that way. That's being subjective. And so I have to be helpful. I mean, that's my foremost, I can't stand it when, people do that to me, and so I'm not interested in doing it to you people. So I wanted to say thanks, and to say that that is my mission. Sure as hell ain't doing it for the money. It ain't much. But, I'm glad that so many people said, oh, I bought, 3 or 4 lenses off your recommendation. I found them used. I found them cheap, or, I used that little trick you told me on eBay how to find cheap lenses, and it's like, I'm glad you did that. It warms my heart to hear that you don't have to give me a buck. Okay, it warms my heart to hear positive feedback that people have saved money or they got an awesome lens that they've been searching all around, and everybody's advice is either limited or they got a hand up their ass. So I wanted to be the other person, that third person. Okay, I may be a fat tattooed freak, but I am that other person. I didn't want to be a person with limited experience making recommendations off the top of my head that are subjective, or without a broad spectrum of experience to be able to say, this is it. Okay, so that's not really useful. A person might be right in making their recommendation. Most of the time they're not. The other thing is, you ask someone at a camera store or these big photography guys on YouTube, we all know who we're talking about, right? People that have a hand up their ass, they're a paid shill, a puppet for somebody. We know who they are, okay? Can't trust their recommendations. We know why, because they've got a hand up their ass. And I was pissed and peeved that there isn't another person like that. And so to find someone that doesn't have a hand up their ass and has the experience, I wanted to be that third person. So that is the whole premise behind these videos. That is the driving force of why I'm making them, and the positive, happy feedback that you people have from saving time and saving money and being happy. You know, that makes me happy, okay? That's just better than a payment. I mean, I love hearing that sort of stuff, so thanks so much. I got mosquitoes biting me. I was wearing shorts yesterday and underwear, and I got bitten in strange places. I don't know how that happened. I used to live down here. Maybe now that I'm fat, I'm like sweeter to the mosquitoes or something, and they'll like hunt me down more. I don't know what it is. By the way, the neighbor's tree, he's got 2 trees in the back that are mango trees, but they are not in that house anymore. They moved away, so I'm going to wait a couple weeks for those mangoes to be ripe. I love mangoes, especially local mangoes. My mango tree, I'll probably be dead before it ever bears fruit. Anyway, welcome from sunny Fort Myers, Florida. It is hotter than hell here, but I do love it. It takes about 6 months to get acclimated to this weather. And the way you do that is every week you turn your thermostat up a degree and you drive around in your car without any air conditioning on, with the windows down. It's called acclimating yourself. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Love to you all.